Hey guys, I wanted to very quickly go over with y'all how to submit documents for review with the going through transaction desk and the checklist, and then show you the task area. And then also wanted to show you the how quickly and easily it is to set up a transaction if you have a property you want to submit an offer on. So I'm going to pick any property just for our purposes, and I'm going to go to new listings. I don't want to do a rental, so I'm going to click on this single family. And up here, you'll see these quick buttons to access different parts of information about this property. We're going to click on this one that says Transaction Desk, and it's going to take us to Transaction Desk. It will automatically open the transaction for you. It's still working. Okay, so it imported the information. It opens a transaction, it creates a transaction, it names it. And I like putting, the last name. Let's just put Flint as the person that's purchasing Flint offer. And then we're going to add me as the selling agent. So for the newer agents, listing agent is the agent that listed on the MLS. Selling agent is the buyer's agent. It's backwards. It sounds like it's backwards. It's really confusing. So if you are the selling agent, you are the buyer's agent. So we're representing the buyer. We're going to use Wizard to create it, and we're going to hit create. Template. Sorry. And we're going to do the buyer's template and create. It takes a minute to pull in all the documents because I have all the documents that you need. The checklist is everything. It will show you everything that's mandatory. And in the task items, please click them off as you go, as you do them, because it will help me see how far along in the process you are. So this is a single family residential. And we're not going to fill all this out because I just want to basically show you how to do this. But if you're doing this for real, you need to fill out as much information as possible. So I'm going to leave the dates blank. You can delete. On this, it's got the listing broker, listing agent, selling broker. It has me twice, so we'll delete. Let's see, you can look and see which one is the most filled out. So that one's pretty filled out. We'll delete this one because it's not filled out. Delete. This is where you would add the buyer's contact information. You would just click add, and then if your buyer's information is already in your contact list, it would be add an existing contact. And we're going to add, I'll just show you, we're going to add a fee for the buyer. And you would put the title company in here if you know the title company, and the lender if you know the lender. So we put a fee, we're going to hit next. If you need it to delete some forms that you know are not necessary, you would delete them here. If you need it to add some forms that you know you're going to need, you would add them here. We're going to hit next. This has a moving guide. It imports a moving guide if you want to send that to your client. It's just something to help them. The CDA's in here. There was no documents attached on the MLS. If there were, they would be here. And that's it. So we're going to click done. So now it gives you this checklist. The checklist tells you exactly what's mandatory to submit the document for review. You're going to have to submit everything that says mandatory. So the IABS, you hit, it says mandatory. So when you want to submit it for review, you hit attach, and it will take you to the file, select from documents, which is where it would be. You would see the IABS in this document section, but since we didn't fill it out, it's not here. So I'm just going to check that and show you. And then you hit OK. You attach it, you hit OK. And then it alerts me that I have documents to review. So this is everything that's mandatory, and it's easy to know when it's due. I also, on task, and I'm going to go through and add some more through it, I've assigned certain tasks to be done on certain days. So option end and termination date 4 days after acceptance date. You know, that's just to remind you. It sends you a reminder, hey, the option's coming up. Schedule inspection or have buyer waive it. That's 1 day after acceptance. So that's a reminder, it's a task. Copy of the earnest receipt, buyer's walkthrough 1 day before closing, copy of earnest receipt 1 day after acceptance. So these are going to come up as reminders. And when you've done them, just click on it and it'll say you've done it. You know, click on it, it marks it through. And I will add more to make it more detailed. And if you have any suggestions you want me to add to that, please send them my way. But this is just a quick tutorial of showing you how to submit the documents for review. So it's just in the checklist. You're going in the checklist right here. You're going to see the documents that are mandatory, so you know you absolutely have to have those. And then you're going to attach the document, the buyer's rep. If you have it saved, normally it's going to be in the documents section of your transaction. But if you're an experienced agent and you use .loop and you have it saved somewhere else on your computer, then you can import it. But all our newer agents, we're training on transaction desk, so it's going to be in your document section, and you just hit documents and then you click the check and OK, and that submits it for review. So newer agents, please get with Chad. You're going to have him, before you submit any documents to another agent or to your buyer, for them to sign, you're going to submit it to Chad for him to review, or and let him look at it. This is only to submit for the broker review when everything's finished and done. So when you're ready to close, everything's going to the title company, you've got your, you know, y'all come to an agreement, you submit it through the checklist to me. If you're still in the offer stage where you're still negotiating and walking through all the steps, you submit it to Chad. Before you even submit anything to a buyer, you submit it to Chad and let him review it. So call me if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you soon.